Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to change all of the different properties of a given product page. So for example, here we have the 2-inch wide cable wrap with webbing. So first off, the title is going to show up in two places, in the banner and at the top. Then this section here, is going to be considered the short description. So that's everything between the title and the pull-down menus here. Which are for product variations. So we have length, number of units, color. What options are here are going to depend on the product. And then you have here a button for quantity and to add the product to the cart. Then down here you see the product specs. So we have things like the catalog number, which will appear after you've chosen your variations. So for example, if I go with the 18-inch one pack that's white, you can see the catalog number appears. I'm also adding here the product title that would show up on the invoice. So for example, this one would be a 2-inch by 18-inch cable wrap with webbing, one pack white. So that full length title will show up here. Further down, you have the long description, which in this case we've set up to show things like the product code, product size, bundle size, and this graphic that shows how those relate. So now I'm going to show you how to edit this. So all you got to do is go up to Edit Product at the top. And again, this toolbar will appear if you're logged in as an admin on the site. So if I go to Edit Product, click on that button, and we hang out here patiently for a moment. Or impatiently for a moment, depending on how fast your Wi-Fi connection is. Okay, so this is the back end where you can choose all the properties for the product. And I'm going to walk you through this, so it's a little bit intimidating at first, but since it's the same for every product, you will get used to it pretty quick. So the first things first, you see the title of the product is up here. Now I'll go down the right side, so you have product categories. So this falls under Riptide Premium and cable wrap with webbing. If you want to add a new category, you can do that by checking off Add New Product Category. Type in the name of your category. And then if there's a parent category, then you can choose that here. So for example, in this case, our parent category is Riptide Premium, and the child is cable wrap with webbing. Further down here, I have it set up so that for color, all you have to do is check the boxes next to the colors that are being offered for this product. The reason I did this rather than add them all in as variations is because color does not affect the price. So this significantly reduces the amount of data that you have to enter. It also doesn't affect shipping information like the weight of the product. So this will save you a significant amount of time in entering all the different products, because sometimes you have 14 colors, which would mean 14 times more products to enter in. Your product image is down here. If you want to change it, just click Remove and then click Add New. Down here is the product gallery. Right now we have some detailed images showing more features of the product. Let's see. So one thing that's a little bit reversed is the long description shows up at the top here, whereas when a user's actually visiting the site, this shows up at the bottom. So again, this is just a text editor, so you can come in here and click and change any text that you want on here. If you want to get rid of this image, you could just click it and hit the X. If you want to add images, you just go to Add Media, and then you can either choose something from your existing library of images on the site by clicking Media Library, or you can check Upload Videos, and Upload Files, and you can add your own. If we scroll down to the bottom, you see the short description, and this is what shows up on the top on the product page. So again, this is all text that can be changed, except for this, which is an image. So if you wanted to change it, you could hit Edit, and then you could hit Replace, and you could choose a different image. So in the media library, there's two images, so just as an example, we'll do it here. If I go to Media Library, you can see this one, which includes the neon colors. And if we wait for this to load, again, we'll be patient. you'll see over here that there's the standard color chart, which does not include the neon colors. So you'll just click that one and then hit the replace button. But in this case, we're going to keep what we have. And also down here, you're going to see demo video. And this is the link to the YouTube video. So to change this to a different YouTube video, all you have to do is highlight it and click the edit button and change the URL to the demo video for the particular product that you're looking at. Now up here for product data, this is where you're going to put information about the product. So one thing is shipping. So you're going to want to put the weight here for the product. If you have dimensions for it, that's great also, but you at least need the weight. Then under attributes, this is where you're going to list all the possibilities for lengths that you want to offer, number of units, and there's a lot of different attributes that you can add depending on the product. It just so happens that for the 2-inch wide cable wrap with webbing, the two attributes are length and number of units, and then also color, but again, I put color off to the side so that we don't have to deal with it in as much of a detailed manner. So make sure that you have visible on product page and used for variations checked off, and then save the attributes. Now variations are all of the combinations of the attributes. So for this, it's going to be pretty simple because, again, we only have one length and one number of units, so that means there's only going to be one variation. Keep in mind that color would then mean that we had, say, 14 variations that we had to deal with, but again, in this case, we do not have to do that. So we're going to take this one variation that we have and click this little triangle off to the right, and here's where you can enter the individual catalog number for this product. You can also enter in the price, and down here is where you're going to enter in the specific title for this variation that would show up on an invoice. So like I mentioned, this is 2-inch by 18-inch riptie cable wrap with webbing, 1 pack. And again, color will be added on to the end so that you don't have to deal with color on every, because otherwise this one variation here would turn into 14 variations. And if we have, say, 2 different lengths and 2 different pack sizes, that's 4 variations. If you added it in color, that would be 56 variations. So it's a nice thing to keep color off to the side. Now let's say that we had a lot of different variations here instead of just these 2. To add all of the combinations from the attributes page, so remember, this is the attributes page where you choose the attributes like length, number of units, and then you enter in which options you have here. To add them all in, all the combinations, you can go to Add Variation and then Create Variations from All Attributes and hit Go. And this will populate this list with all the different combinations that are that you've selected from the attributes page. And this is really nice because it saves you the time of having to list them all individually. So that is basically how to change everything related to a given product. I don't think there's a ton else to say. If you want to change the URL that is associated with the product, you can do that up here by clicking Edit. And that, I believe, sums it up. I know that's kind of a lot of information to throw at y'all at once, but like I said, this is the same for every product page, so once you get the hang of it, it'll be pretty smooth. And just remember to hit Update over here. And also down here, if you're making any changes, make sure that you hit Save Changes. And yep, that is how to edit a product.